What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling out there? I hope everybody is doing well on this Sunday morning, so let's go ahead and get busy, right? So I want to talk about Misa Hilton because I wanted to talk about this the other day, but I got distracted and things of that nature. But she put out a post on Instagram talking about that the documentary that 50 Cent produced has brought a lot of chaos to her and her son's life, where the documentary alluded to the fact that Justin was actually Wolf's son that used to be a bodyguard for Bad Boy, and that Diddy wasn't Justin's biological father. Now, she posted a clip of Gene Deal on his YouTube channel talking about this, and I believe the reason why she posted that clip is because she feel like Gene Deal perpetuated a lot of this nonsense as it pertains to how she feels about the situation. Now, Gene Deal says that he never said that Wolf was actually Justin's dad. Now, listen, Gene, I got a lot of respect for you, but you did slip up on a couple of occasions and said that Wolf was Justin's dad. So let's just keep it real. You've done a lot of interviews. I know your memory probably isn't the best at this particular point in time, but at the end of the day, I know that I witnessed you say that at least a couple of times. But anyway, what I'm going to do right here is post the clip that Misa posted to her Instagram as it pertains to Gene Deal speaking on this, and then I'm going to come back and read you the caption attached to this particular video. So stay tuned and I'll be right back.
So I went to war with this dude. And when you go to war with a, he can't tell you what kind of ammunition to bring to the fight. What you gonna load up with. You're not gonna tell him the ammunition that you're gonna use, because you're gonna use any and everything that comes your way. Like, for instance, you had on the internet that said that I said that Wolf was Justin's father. I never said that. But did I deny it? Did I act like I didn't know? Yeah. You know why? Because anything that could hurt this that I'm going to war with, if I don't have to speak on it and clarify, I ain't gonna say, nah. You know, I remember when Puff took Misa to court and they did this child support and the paternity thing. I'm not gonna tell y'all what I know. Why would I do that? Yo, G, you supposed to do it. No, I don't. I'm going to war with this. I don't know. I don't supposed to tell y'all. I remember when he did the blood test, he had to pay Misa so much kind of money, and he was mad in the mother.
All right, so we just witnessed and heard what Gene Deal had to say. Now, I didn't play the whole entire thing because the clip that Misa posted on her Instagram is a bit longer, and that's why I left the date and the time on the particular video in case you wanted to go back to Gene's channel and watch that video in its entirety to see what he said. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is read the caption that was attached to that particular video, and it says here, "Anyone who knows me knows I'm a private person, and it pains me that I even have to post this. The harassment my son and I have been dealing with because of things implied by Gene Deal and stated in a recent Netflix documentary has been heartbreaking. The truth is the public is being misled about me and my child. We've been dragged into something we never asked for, a cruel game built on rumors and agendas. Please take a moment before believing everything you hear. The most painful part is that this is happening because of men I once trusted to protect me and not harm me. And the saddest thing is that none of this affects the people spreading it. It only hurts me and my son. Like Gene said, we've been treated as casualties of war. With a little critical thinking, it would be easy to realize that the things being said could not possibly be true because of the results that will come from these disparaging statements if they were in fact true. This will be a post and delete. Hashtag protect women and their children. This is about Misa and Justin only." So then Gene went on the Art of Dialogue podcast and he was asked about this, and he basically went off on Misa saying that, hey, I've never harassed you. All I did was try to protect you. The only reason why you and your son are being harassed is because of Diddy. And the reason why Justin is the way he is because of Diddy. I didn't harass you about the $750 you owe me. Then Gene proceeds to say, if you really want to take it there, we can take it there. You want to talk about the times when you were selling cat to take care of your children? You know what I'm saying? You were selling cat to those down south brothers, New Orleans to be exact. I was like, damn, he ain't really had to take it there, but he did. So another thing I want to discuss is the fact that Misa also released some text messages between her and Alex Stapleton, I believe her name is, the same one that worked with 50 on this Diddy documentary that aired on Netflix. And she is supposed to be doing some type of work telling her life story. I want to take the time to read to you those text messages that she released on Instagram. So let's start with the first one here. It says, "Good evening, Miss Hilton. My name is Alex Stapleton, and I believe Eric Sermon might have mentioned to you that I wanted to reach out directly to you about a project I'm directing for Netflix. Would you happen to have a few minutes to connect tomorrow? I would like to introduce myself to tell you more about what." And then Misa cuts off the text message, but then she responds and says, "Hi, Alex. I misunderstood Eric. I thought it was my own show. I'm not doing interviews about Sean." Then Alex responds and says, "There's two separate projects, but both do involve your own show." And then Misa posted this partially covered up text message with Alex responding saying, "My goal is to really lean into all that you contributed to hip hop and Bad Boy. In a quick call, I could explain better. And of course, I understand what you're saying." Then Misa responds and says, "Okay, I'll hear you out because you come to me by way of Eric." And then Alex responds and says, "Thank you, is now a good time." Now, let me say this. Misa can play crazy all she wants to, but they're not going to give her that show on Netflix without her talking about Diddy in some capacity. They're going to drop a bag in front of her face to try to entice her to speak on things that happened back in the day. Now, will she take the bait? That remains to be seen. But I do feel that 50 Cent is going to get involved behind the scenes and try to lure her to actually speak on things further, right? That's just my personal opinion. Now, speaking of 50 Cent, he posted a bouquet of flowers that was sent to him, right? And he's saying that Diddy sent those flowers. Now, it's clear and evident that those flowers look like funeral home flowers. And people are alluding to the fact that Diddy sent him flowers on the strength to let him know that you might as well get ready to plan your funeral for putting out that documentary about me. So let me read to you what 50 had to say. So 50 says, "What kind of gay S is this? Diddy sent me flowers at Club 11, LOL. While all the foreplay, get busy. You know I'm stupid." Now, of course, the comments went crazy and people were just saying, "Hey man, you better take this serious. This could be a warning. These flowers look like funeral flowers," and things like that. And I want to read to you what he actually said to one of the individuals that were saying, "Hey, this is a warning." Somebody asked him, "Is that a funeral arrangement?" And then he says, "A warning, I'm 90s grimy, you don't warn me, LOL." Now, reps for Diddy have come out and said that Diddy didn't send 50 any flowers. That is completely untrue. But hell, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, 50 could be trolling yet again. Now, I've also seen people say that maybe 50 Cent is regretting producing this film about Diddy or this documentary or whatever. He's had time to sit back and reflect on it, and maybe he doesn't feel so good. And I'm telling you guys, there's a lot of people looking at 50 with the side eye right now, you know, and listen, he felt that he needed to do this documentary. He's saying that it's because he wanted the world to know that hip hop culture does not accept this. But a lot of people are just looking at him really odd right now. But hell, I don't know. And so basically what they're saying is they're coming from the premise that maybe 50 is spooked and maybe he's trying to put it out there like, if something happens to me, you know where it came from. Now, me personally, do I believe 50 is scared? No. But I will tell the truth, I don't believe that Diddy is scared of 50 either, because if that was the case, he would have left 50's baby mom alone. He wouldn't even have approached her from the beginning. So that's just my thoughts on that. But anyway, let's move along, because I briefly want to talk about something that slid across my desk, and it's very sad because of the individual that this allegedly comes from. So guys, I'm being told right now that a close friend of Kim Porter's is basically coming out and saying that if Kim Porter had worked on herself and stopped depending on the lavish lifestyle that Diddy provided for her, that she would be alive today. Now, I'm not going to expose who this individual is because I'm waiting on clarification, but it's just so odd to me when you can read my text message and you can respond to everything else, but you can't respond to that. Is it true? Because I thought you loved her dearly and that was your best friend. Now, how it was presented to me is that they're not saying that Kim Porter wasn't a millionaire in her own right, but she always took the bait when Diddy wanted to buy her these lavish gifts and things of that nature. And this particular person went on to say that's why they work so hard to get their own. That way they couldn't be controlled by a man. And I'm telling you guys, if you knew who it was, it's just shocking. It's definitely crushing to actually hear that this is allegedly coming from this person that used to be Kim Porter's best friend. But for now, I'm not gonna go nuclear about this situation. I started to come on here and really let this particular person have it because I know some inside information about this person, but I'm gonna just chill right now and give them time to respond. But anyway, what I want to do right here is I'm gonna leave you with a clip that's going viral, and this girl is eating 50 Cent alive. Now, like I said earlier, there's a lot of people not feeling 50 for getting behind this Diddy documentary, and a lot of people have chosen not to watch it. So I'm gonna leave you with this clip. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, go ahead and sub to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.
So somebody told me about a documentary about Diddy or something. Come to find out, 50 Cent is the one behind it. But I don't know why y'all are so surprised that 50 Cent would do this. I don't know why y'all are so surprised saying, oh my God, he doing too much. How? This is how he moves. He has no loyalty towards black people at all. He will bend over backwards if it was beneficial for him, for the who take down Kanye every time Kanye speaks. It's the biggest manipulation game of the planet. I don't know why y'all are surprised. If y'all look at 50 Cent's track record, who do he attack? Who do he try to take down? Who do he try to steal from? Who do he try to physically harm to gain power in this system that is non-black? Okay. He always goes after his own people. Not once has he ever said something against a non-black person because he knows that is how he gonna stop his bag. In America, they know one of the biggest ways to separate black people is by giving them opportunities and money. They know all they gotta do is offer you an opportunity and you will turn your back on your own people because it's beneficial for you. The individual mindset. I remember Wallow said a while ago, oh well, our people always try to make it about color. Color. They don't care about color. Yes the they do. Yes the do. As soon as a true black person, a black person who truly tries to help you grow and develop, what do? They take you down each and every time. You could never pay me to do money with people that don't support my community as a whole. Not as me as an individual. You have to support us as a whole or you don't want me. And I just find it weird. Like, what are y'all watching this documentary about? Oh, well, he killed Biggie. He killed Tupac. No, they themselves because you knew who you was dealing with. I find it weird when these conversations come out, y'all act like these are children and they're just taking advantage of. These are grown adults that knew for a fact this man was sneaky. If he was sneaky towards one person, he'll do it towards you. What are you saying? Biggie knew this man was sneaky and conniving. There are videos of this man kissing on other men. What are you saying? They had in the videos. Why do y'all try to act like these people are adolescents and they don't know what the they're doing? Everybody that dealt with Diddy knew what the was going on, what their risk was. Like, I don't need to see no freaking documentary about no man getting bent over or trying to harm people. That's what life is. Y'all are like, you can't expose nobody's darkness to me because I understand we all have something dark going on in our life. At one point of period, you had something going on. Nobody is totally clean. I don't care what nobody got to say. That's the whole point of coming to earth, so you can wake up to your darkness, not to ignore it.